Welcome back to my no damage walkthrough for Resident Evil Zero, which is being played on hard difficulty, my friends. So we've just arrived at the training facility. On the last segment we cleared out the train. And we have a lot of things to do here, but before we move on ahead we're going to collect another file. It's right here. It's the regulations for the trainees. And something tells me that this was a terrible place to work at. Their leader, Marcus, the leader of the facility, sounded like a really big pain, and I would not want to have him as my boss. But that's it for now, so we're going to move on ahead. There's 3 zombies in this next room. We're going to ignore them for now. We're just going to move to the next area, and we can do so before this first zombie gets too close to us. There we go. And in this room we can find the map of the training facility. It's standing right in front of you. Make sure you get that. And now we're going to use the lift to move Rebecca to the floor above.
I'll go check over
And
there.
then Rebecca is going to do a little bit of a scavenger's hunt and collect a lot of items for us. So move the lift up. See you later, Rebecca. We do have to be separated here. Billy can tag along, of course, because he needs to control the lift. As you can see, there's a new type of enemy here. They're called the plague crawlers, and they're really annoying. They're very resistant, and a single strike from them will deal heavy damage. In the case of Rebecca, it will put her on caution immediately. And here we have some friendly crows which we're just going to ignore. See, they even flew in the opposite direction. So I'm cool with the crows. We're buds for sure. But we're going to move down this corridor and collect a grenade launcher, a statue, and a few shotgun shells. But in this room that we're going to enter, there's a few more plague crawlers, so be careful. Drop the hook shot, you don't need it. Let's just leave it here and head inside. And essentially what we're going to do here is go around the room and collect every single item one by one, because plague crawlers do take a while to turn around, so you have plenty of time to collect everything. It's only when they're attacked that they can be very troublesome. And they can't attack you while you're picking up an item. They just wait for you to calmly pick up the item and move on. They're very polite that way. At least you have to give them that. But you'll be able to do this as well. So unlock this door and switch back to Billy. And now we're going to go back to the main hall of the training facility. I suppose I could call it a mansion. I mean, it kind of is a mansion. In fact, well, Umbrella does have quite a lot of mansions on their list. I can think of at least 3 right off the bat. Okay, so now we're going around through this door right here. I almost took the wrong side. And we'll be joined by Rebecca because she unlocked the door for us. Get the grenade launcher from her. Get the shotgun shells. You'll need those. And also get the handgun. Because why not?
Roger.
And now we're going to use Billy to
I'll go alone.
turn this lever, and that will lift up a cage and it will expose a key that we need to unlock a couple of doors in the training facility. But be very careful, after you lift the cage, don't move Billy. Immediately switch to Rebecca, because Billy needs to hold the lever, otherwise the cage will fall back down, and use Rebecca to pick up the key. There we go.
Rebecca!
Okay guys, time to take out the giant centipede, also known as Centurion. We have to save Rebecca, and we're immediately going to turn around here and fire 4 grenade launcher shots at him. Now let's get over here. And we'll just keep shooting. If we stay in this area right here, we're safe. The centipede won't be able to hit us. And it can take quite a lot of damage, so let's point up. There we go. Sometimes it drops Rebecca, but it picks Rebecca back up. Really all it wants is a hug from Rebecca. It's a rather lonely centipede. Well, it's either that or a perverted centipede, it's also possible, but after this next turn we should get the job done. Let's once again switch back to the shotgun. I think it would have been more funny if in this situation it was Billy who got grabbed by the centipede and Rebecca had to save him.
Rebecca! Are you alright?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, now that the giant centipede is down, I think in terms of length it could give the Yawn in Resident Evil Remake a run for its money. But we're going to get a move on and head back down. And if you are wondering, yes, by the time you get back here the centipede is gone. And we're going to explore the other side of the training facility.
I'll check it out.
Roger.
Collect another statue and also get another shotgun. Rebecca will stay there. Leave Rebecca up there because you don't need her. Or you can also leave Billy, it's entirely up to you who you leave behind. But we want Rebecca to stay up there so that we can then switch with her and essentially have her teleport Billy to the next area. There's a lot of zombies here. As soon as you can start firing, you're not guaranteed a critical headshot with this shotgun against these zombies here. So you do have to be careful. And don't put more ammunition on the shotgun at this point because you won't need it anymore. Like I said, we're going to get a better shotgun in just a little bit. Another reason why I didn't want to bring Rebecca into this room, as you can see, there's a lot of enemies. I had to do a little bit of maneuvering, and with the AI partner would probably get beat. So it's just better to do this with just one character. Drop the shotgun, like I said, you won't need it anymore, and use the facility key, which is actually the fire emblem key. If you turn it around, you'll see the symbol. And let's get lighter fluid so that we can get the lighter going, because we'll need it pretty soon. And just head back out. And now we're going to get the other shotgun and the other little statue. There's 3 zombies in this room. We're going to take all of them out because it's a very tight space. I don't think you'd be able to quite dodge them very well. And to be fair, the handgun, after this part, it won't be useful anymore, even though I'll probably stick with it. I'm still, as I'm killing these zombies, I'm debating if I should keep it or not, and just hand it over to Rebecca, just in the off chance that I might find myself stuck somewhere and need a weapon to get through. Let's keep shooting them. And there we go. So let's get this statue and combine the bullet, and let's leave this one single bullet on the ground here. Who knows, maybe there's another survivor around the training facility and that person has run out of bullets and they've grown desperate and they just want to quit it all and end their life. Well, they can come here and do that, so they can thank me for that. Now that I think about it, I'm helping convince someone to commit suicide, so yep. Probably shouldn't do that, but regardless, let's get out of here. And we're going to save our game now. You don't have to, obviously, but the next segment is hard because we're going to engage a couple of plague crawlers, and those things can be a little bit unpredictable in terms of how they act. So I do think it's better for you to just save your game and be on the safe side. You never know. Truth be told, you don't really need to save your game here if you don't care about taking damage. Like I said, there's a chance that you might take damage when you have to battle the plague crawlers a little bit later on. But with Billy, they won't even deal enough damage to put you in caution, so you really shouldn't worry. So switch back to Rebecca and then remember to call Billy and you'll save some time navigating through the hall. And now what we're going to do here is give the handgun back to Rebecca. We're still going to use the handgun a little bit later on and give the grenade launcher to Billy. Switch back to Billy and we're going to finally take care of the 3 zombies in this corridor. Hopefully we can get a critical shot on all of them. The assault rifle has a higher chance of inflicting a critical shot to the zombies, so hopefully it works. Oh, that guy's still standing. I wanted to go for a double critical shot, but I guess that just wasn't possible here. However, even if the first shot doesn't kill the zombie, you should have just enough time to deliver a second shot and finish the zombie off. Tell Billy to stay by the door here so that we can get out of the room a little bit more quickly. In this room we're going to collect another file and also collect an item that we need to activate the clock. Pick up these handgun bullets. We're probably going to need them later on to get an extra file that's kind of out of the way, but since I want to show you the location of all the files, I will include it. Turn on the light and then just keep dragging this thing, climb up and collect the iron needle. Rebecca's doing the heavy pushing here, but I don't think she minds. Suppose Billy couldn't be bothered with it. Here we have a file talking about the 2-star pupils of the training facility, Albert and William. Gee, I wonder who those are, am I right? But essentially, Dr. Marcus decided it was a good idea to put William and Albert competing against each other. To be fair, he's not doing anything that any other huge corporation wouldn't do, or a bank or something like that. They do promote a healthy competition environment. Just take out the healthy part. And now we're going to use Billy's lighter to open this door. For some reason the door unlocks when you lit the candle, which, you know, I guess it's a practical method. There's 2 zombies in this room, and once again we're going to tell Rebecca to stay by the door so that we can get out a little bit more quickly.
Roger.
Come on. Oh. Oh, that's a shame. It's a good thing I wasn't within the grasp of that zombie. Otherwise I would have taken damage and I would have to restart here. Now we're going to get the Book of Good, or the Good Book, not to be confused with the Bible or anything of that sort, but it is called the Book of Good. Switch back to Rebecca, call Billy, and get out of here. In fact, most Umbrella researchers don't strike me as being very religious at all. I mean, I guess they believe their own hype and that's pretty much it. Out we go, and we're going to place one of the statues in the scale right here. But first, examine the book, give Billy the iron needle, and open the book, and you'll find the wings of the statue. Angel wings. Combine that with the statue and place it. And as you can see, the scale is a little bit unbalanced right now, so we're going to balance it out. That's our next goal, so that we can have access to the basement. So once again, we're going to leave Rebecca down here while Billy goes ahead and
I'll check it out.
Okay.
takes care of those annoying plague crawlers. And by doing this, we won't have to navigate across the room when we come back. Now I will warn you though, as soon as you step out of this door, immediately turn to the side and run, because the crows aren't exactly happy to see Billy here. See, here they come, immediately turn. As you can see, I don't know if it's because Billy has a mullet or something, but the crows do not approve. And unlike with Rebecca, they want to get him. And they almost got me, but I managed to get out just in time. Equip the grenade launcher, climb down, aim down, and as soon as the plague crawlers get close, shoot them. There is a chance that they won't be stunned by the grenade launcher, and if that happens, you can try and do a quick turn and immediately climb up the steps, but there's a very good chance that you'll get hit Usually they get stunned though. And if you remember the first file that we got when we entered the training facility, it gave the solution to this puzzle. We have to set the time for 8:15. And now we can get out of here and reunite with Rebecca. We're going to get the Microfilm B now so that we can collect a mode disk, and then we'll use that mode disk to unlock another door, or actually a bunch of doors, and we'll take it from there. Dodge the crows. Remember, they're not happy to see Billy. Press triangle to switch back to Rebecca. Make sure you call Billy, otherwise he'll stay behind and go through the door. Switch back to Billy.
Okay.
Arm yourself with a shotgun, you might need it, since it's kind of hard to evade all the zombies in this room. But before we take care of that, we're going to read a poem. Or a verse of poetry. Can you imagine Billy calmly reading this document while all the zombies wait to grab him? Maybe zombies like poetry, who knows? Pick up the Microfilm B. Let's just take care of this guy. Since I could dodge him, honestly, but better be safe than sorry at this point. Be careful, because sometimes one of the zombies goes around the room, so be careful when you try and exit the room. A zombie might be waiting for you, but we're all good. Everything turned out well. Now let's give the Microfilm B to Rebecca, and Rebecca will take care of the next segment. Just tell Billy to stay here. Let's do this. You don't need to enter that room, just the public bathroom of the training facility. You don't want to go there, especially because there will be one of those Marcus leeches monsters waiting for you. And there's also 2 zombies in this room, but we can get in and out before they can do anything. Just insert the microfilms, both of them, and that will give you the solution to, or a clue to the next puzzle that we need to solve. And I love how the zombies just calmly wait while Rebecca looks at the slide. They're just in the corner chilling, probably saying, "Oh, don't worry about us, Rebecca, you know, you just go on ahead and do your thing. We have nothing better to do. We just really wanted to bite your arm, really. Okay, bye." They're very polite zombies. That's something that you don't see in zombie films and games these days. Zombies simply don't wait, they're not polite anymore. They immediately smash through windows or break through doors. Resident Evil captures that very well. I think that's how zombies should always behave. They should always wait for you to calmly open the door, close it behind you, and then they can go around and do whatever they want. Anyway, let's switch back to Rebecca.
Okay.
And we're going to put the mode disk here. And we'll see what combination we get. Please input code 2D. It can change, but if it's a different seat that appears on your playthrough, just check the microfilm file and you'll get the solution. So this is 2, This is D. Switch back to Rebecca. And I just made a mistake here because I took too long to press the button. So let's try this again. Doesn't matter the order in which you press it, but you have to do it. Oh, Billy, you pressed the button again. I don't know why that happened. But there we go, finally. 2D. The combination, and that will make a few extra rooms available for us. So now we're going to access one of them and get the Book of Evil. Billy is going to stay here and Rebecca is going to take care of a few zombies now. Now normally I wouldn't take care of the zombies that I'm going to defeat up next, but there's a file that's out of the way and you need to collect it in order to get all the files. So I am going to kill the zombies in this corridor and also in the next room. Otherwise I would just try and dodge them. So if you don't care about collecting all the files, you can get through that door. But if you do, you have to come to the next room where 2 more zombies await. As soon as you step in, just Rebecca will automatically aim, just start firing. That will take care of them. That's why I kept the handgun, really. If it wasn't for this room, I probably would have dropped the handgun already, since I don't really need it. But by doing this, even though I am wasting a little bit of time, I'm saving up on shotgun ammunition. And like I said, I need that file. That's just how it is. So here's the file. There's also a first aid spray there. Remember, however, that if you use a first aid spray, you won't get the trophy for not using first aid sprays by the end of the game. So this file is kind of out of the way. And for this first section of the training facility, it's really the only file that you might miss because it's out of the way. The other ones are very easy to see once you enter the room, and some of them you actually collect automatically, so that's good as well. But now we're going to enter this room and we're going to solve another very simple puzzle. Let's drag this piece right here. Now let's go around. And push it towards the black square, and that solves this puzzle. And we'll be able to get the Book of Evil and another document. So this is the first of Dr. Marca's journals. And as you can expect, like any good old-fashioned Resident Evil villain, is not necessarily a happy scientist who's fighting to improve the world. On the contrary, is a psychopath who only wants power, and he really isn't interested in anyone else. In fact, he doesn't value human life at all. On the contrary, He just sees other humans as test subjects. In fact, in order to apply to a job in Umbrella, you have to be an evil psychopath. That's just how things go, you know. I have yet to find a single scientist that works for Umbrella who's trying to improve the world, you know, cure diseases or something like that. And Marcus is no exception. They all have delusions of grandeur, really. But that's just Resident Evil for you. It should come as no surprise by now. I just wanted to cure cancer when I joined Umbrella. Yeah, you won't hear anyone working for Umbrella saying that. They're all evil, and that's why really you shouldn't feel bad for finishing off all these zombies. They had it coming, really. Okay, switch back to Billy.
This way.
He's closer to the exit. Make sure you call Rebecca and get out of the room. We're going to place the statue and match the weights, and that will unveil the secret passage to the basement of the training facility, and you won't guess where it was hidden, really. That's right. Who would have thought that the secret entrance to the basement would be hidden behind the giant picture of Dr. Marcus? Really didn't see that one coming.
Okay.
Anyway, this is going to conclude this segment. The training facility is cleared, so now we're going to explore the basement. And we'll be coming back up later. But that's going to conclude this segment, my friends. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're finding this walkthrough useful. Thank you for supporting the series, and I'll see you all later for the next part. Take care.